Woohoo! Hey, Wahi crew, how are you? Welcome to Super Chill Mellow Yin Yoga. I love teaching Yin Yoga on Mondays. I teach it in person on Wednesdays, and I'm finding that the energy of Monday, Moonday, is my favorite to teach Yin. So let's begin. And it's extremely hot here in Arizona. So a lot of these yin postures, taking the postures slower, longer holds, long, deep exhales. It's really the best way to cool the body and calm the nervous system from the stresses of the heat. We're not even into summer yet. But this tail end of spring, the gateway right before summer solstice, it can be pretty intense. It's like gearing up for summer, right? So have a yoga block or a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can always take a couple pillows from your bed to stack them, or a pillow from your couch. Sometimes couch pillows are a little, they're stiffer, so they work for yin. All right, so we're going to start seated tonight. If you like to sit on the ground, you can always tuck that bolster right behind you to allow a little bit of support. You can also sit up on it, which I'm going to do to help my legs relax. And if it's hard to sit upright because your knees and your pelvis are tight, then always elevate yourself. You can even sit in a chair. And find your seat, take a moment, settle your bum, settle your legs, settle your soul. Make any adjustments. If you need to roll out your neck or shake your hands, if you feel like there's a lot of energy in your body, move it around until you feel like that energy has moved out. So sometimes it's just a couple neck circles. Sometimes you need to shake or arch your back. Anything that feels good. And then when you can, see if you can find stillness. Maybe you already could find stillness because you had a busy, active day. Close your eyes down, and if it doesn't feel good to close your eyes, you can take your gaze to the tip of your nose. So it's almost like you're becoming cross-eyed. And start to pull the breath in and out through the nose. Big, deep breaths. Letting everything from the day clear. And calling in this moment. Settle into your seat. Feel your shoulders, your chest, your chin, all relax. Big inhale sweeps the arms out and up. Slow moving in this practice. So whenever I invite you to move or switch poses, make sure you do it slowly. Exhale, elbows wide. Take cactus elbows. Lift the chest. Lift the gaze. Back. Exhale, take your hands to your knees and round your spine. Look at your navel. Neutral spine, arms go out and up, sweeping wide, super slow. So we're not rushing. We're almost moving through honey with these movements. Exhale, open the elbows, super slow. Chest and heart and chin open up. So back bend. Hands go to the knees, grabbing the knees and rounding the spine. Take 2 more. Nice and slow. Sweep the arms up. So the breath slows down to meet the movement. Exhale, pull the elbows open, chest, heart, and chin. Hands come to the knees, round and press the spine back. Last time. Inhale, sweep, widen up. Exhale, broaden those arms, squeeze shoulder blades behind you, open chest, hands to the knees, round. Take it back to neutral spine, lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them back and down. Couple rotations. So see if the movement can be very big and full. Up to the ears, back and down. Just 2 more. See if it can be smooth as it goes around. Last one, full rotation. Lovely. Hands come behind you. Interlace those fingers. Try to thread the hands down the bum. And then slide those interlaced hands over to the outside of the right hip. So the right hand is kind of pulling, allowing that left shoulder to go back, to descend and retract. And then when you feel your arms are in their deepest position, head goes towards the left. Bring it back to center. Head goes to the right. Bring it back to center, over to the left. Just lateral movements through center, all the way to the right. Think about that right ear resting on the right shoulder, and then tilt the chin to the sky. Breathe into the left shoulder, subscapularis. Breathe beneath your collarbone. Slow to bring the head up. Keep those hands interlaced, but slow to switch. Hands over to the left hip. So one side might be a little more open, more easeful. Just see if you can keep the interlace and get the hands as much to that outer left hip as possible. And let the head fall to the right. Try not to hike the shoulders up. And then head fall to the left. And right, use the exhale to drop. And left, we're going to hold and breathe. So keeping that left ear, left shoulder close together, tilt the chin to the sky. You might even feel it all the way into your right wrist. Notice where you feel it and send some breath. Nice. Release the head. Take it to center. Slow to move the arms out. Undo that interlace and bring the arms forward. Just shake them out. Whew, big exhale with some audibility. One more like that. Breathe in and let sound be released with your exhale. Lovely. If you're still seated on something, come off and extend the legs nice and wide. Just play with the width that you can get your legs. So maybe it's not very wide. Maybe you feel like you're going to tip over because your pelvis is so tight. We're going to try to lean forward. If you want to grab your pillow, your bolster to bring it around, that can help support you. Plump it up, lean into it, and see if you can relax your feet. Relax the toes. So in a traditional yang flow class, the feet get turned on and we fold towards the legs. In yin, we soften the feet and we let the back and the body round and release. So see if you can release your whole skull, your arms, your shoulders, and we're just going to be here a while. So find it comfortable. Don't take the most extreme position yet. Let gravity and time take you down. And when you're in your full posture, focus on your breathing. Focus on the softening of the throat and the spine. Softening the forehead, softening the legs. See if you are pushing or forcing the stretch and try to just settle in. Become extra soft in the pelvis, in the groin region. Wherever you feel the stretch, let the breath channel into that area. Take 5 more breaths. Focus on relaxing the nervous system, relaxing the legs, shoulders, face. If you start to salivate, you know you're doing it right. That parasympathetic nervous system starts to turn on, digestion. All of the functions in the body start to work in harmony. Super slow. Use your hands to start to come up. Feeling the body as you move out of the postures. Taking your pillow over towards your right hip to the outside of your leg. And we're going to bring our right elbow down. And if that is too deep, you feel it right away, turn your pillow a little higher and rest your elbow there. So it doesn't have to be super deep right away, because as we let gravity and the breath work with us, we get deeper. The body starts to open. So we're leaning right first, bringing a little compression in the right side. Right hand is a kickstand for your head. Left arm can stay. It can also rise up and then come into a bend, connecting the fingertips of the left hand to the right hand. And you want to make sure you turn your legs off and you just breathe. The breath channels into the left side. chest and heart and jaw relax. Close your eyes down once you have the posture, the asana, and just breathe. Five more breaths, settle in. To release, if your left arm is up, let it go. Slow to move. Coming out and feeling the vulnerability in the body. Bring your hands down towards your feet and then slide the hands up the legs. 3 rounds like that. You're just pushing the energy through the leg meridians and pulling it back up. Pushing it down and bringing it up. Beautiful. Take that bolster, pillow, blocks, whatever you're using over to the left, and we'll go into the side. So right in, the elbow sets. Make sure it's soft. The head rests into the left hand. So you're making like a little cup or a little bowl for your left side of your skull. Let it sink in. Option to just stay with right arm dangling if that feels like you're already getting enough stretch. You can also sweep the arm up with an inhale. Bend at the elbow and take those fingers behind the head. And the breath now channels along the right side. So as we were on the right, we added compression. We squeeze those organs. Now doing the opposite side, left elbow down, we open the side that was squeezing. And we breathe into that whole side. Soften your eyes down when you get the posture. Let the jaw relax. See if there's more space to soften your legs, soften the left side of the body, the stomach. 3 more breaths on this side. Slow to release. Right arm comes down if it's up. Move gently to feel the stretch as we come out of the posture. Ooh, beautiful. When you make it to neutral, using your fingertips, go down to your feet and tap the feet, tap the legs, tap, tap, tap all the way up. Tap behind your back. You can use full palms or fingertips. Tap the kidneys, the hips, come around, tap the belly, the chest, the heart, around the breasts, down the arm, other arm, up by the collarbones, face, head, around the skull, and the jaw. And then just wide from the jaw, down the body, out the feet. Beautiful. Slow to move the legs, bringing them into cross leg for a moment. Start to circle the body to the right. So huge movements with the upper body. Breathing and circling. 4 more circles. Make them big. Let the breath get pushed out of the mouth. When you get to the front, pause. And then switch directions. Let it be big. Rotating from the spine, where the spine connects into the pelvis. 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Take it back to center. Find your way towards tabletop. Always moving slow. Arrive in tabletop. Lift your spine and lower your belly. Couple rounds. Lift and lower. Cat and cow. Last 2. Take it into neutral spine. Grab your bolster or your pillow. Bring it horizontal to the top of the mat. And we're going to place the forearms on there and let the tail be heavy. Let the head fall down towards the ground. Big shoulder opener. Breathe in, softening, pressing through the shins. Feel this heart opener. Let the head open into the earth. Let the shoulders open away from the ears. 4 more breaths. Tail is high. Forehead presses into the ground if possible. If not, we're working on descending the head and the heart to the mat. Slowly rise up. Shift the torso forward so that the abdomen comes down to the ground. Pick up one leg at a time and slide it back and slide it as wide as your mat. And then you're going to press your elbows into the bolster and take this back bend. So it's like a variation on Sphinx pose. The chest is lifted. The breath is channeling down into the low belly. Eyes close down and the crown of the head rises up. Big, deep breathing. Long breath. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Feel this back bend. It's a big opener for the frontal plane. If your feet are in flexion, try to reduce the top of the ankle to the mat. Keep the heart open. Eyes can close down. If they do, bring the focus, the gaze, the internal gaze down into your low belly. Chin and throat, relax. Maybe your tongue touches the tip of the top of the mouth. The tip of the tongue touches the top of the mouth, creating a little mudra in the mouth. Long, deep breathing. Couple more breaths. We're going to slowly come out of the posture, shifting your left hand so that it rests under your chin, and your right arm slides back to grab the right foot. So your chin is elevated and connected to your left hand. And once you grab that right foot, see if you can pull it in maybe to the wrist, maybe to the elbow. Just a couple breaths here, opening further into the psoas, front of the hip. Very slow, release the grip. Circle that right hand forward so you can place the right hand below the chin. So you're opening the front of the chin, you're bringing compression into the back of the neck, which is fine because generally the neck is forward, looking down, and it's overextended. So now we're bringing it into the opposite position by bringing it into contraction. Left hand sweeps back, it reaches for that foot. Try to grab the foot, maybe with the hand. Maybe you can tuck it into the crook of the wrist or the elbow. Soften for a couple breaths. Try not to overemphasize pulling, but do invite that heel to come in towards the bum. Big deep breaths. super slow to release. We're going to release the whole back bend. It should feel really good. Bringing the knees in, coming for a child's pose. So the bolster will now come long ways, knees wide, and start to lay forward onto it. You don't have to use the bolster. You can also do it flat onto the ground. You can stack your hands for pillows or keeping the elbows bent. Let the arms rest beside the bolster so that the shoulders can relax. You want the breath to move your body. You want to feel the breath expanding so big that the body almost levitates. Chest and heart and chin all rest on the bolster, becoming as soft as you can, letting the belly and the heart soften. Ooh, sighing it out. Maybe you get a little yawn, oxygenating. Big toe should be touching. Three more deep breaths. And very gently start to press into your hands. Tucking those toes so that we can shift the weight back for a squat. Malasana. So if squat is hard for you, roll a blanket up and place it under your heels. So if your heels are floating, you can't get them down, then elevate your mat with a blanket so that the heels have something to rest on. If they're not resting on the ground, give them a roll to rest on. And in this squat, we're just going to bring in a little bit of movement. Start to shift the weight into one foot and then the other. So notice where you feel it. I feel it a lot in the lower portion of my gastrocs and soleus, which are your two calf muscles. They almost make a little heart. So cute. And we really just want to feel the space in between them. They run parallel up, making the two top big portions of the muscle belly. And then down below, they're skinnier and closer together. So when you rock side to side, you start to open the fascia around the muscles, opening the ligaments. Ooh, my right one is definitely more sore than my left one. So just notice in your body. Two more breaths with the slow movements. So we really just explore when we bring in these movements. And then when we can, we take it back to center, to stillness. Hands come into prayer. Give a little wobble to your head. Make sure that the neck is lifted out of the shoulders. And then with that lift and that long neck, bring your forehead towards your pointer fingers. Breathe into the pelvis. 2 more breaths. Let the fingers press into the base of those eyebrows. Opening the sinuses, releasing tension from the eyes. Ooh, super slow. Hands to the mat. Start to come to lying down on your bolster long ways. So your spine and the bolster are running parallel as we lean back. Make sure your butt is on the ground. Keep your feet on the ground. Take your feet as wide as the mat. And we'll just allow for a little shifting of the knees right to left. Right to left. Windshield wiper those knees. Try not to roll off the bolster. Keep the back connected. Just the lower hemisphere of the body moves. Two more rounds, side to side. Last round. And bring those legs back to center. Take the soles of the feet to touch, knees open wide. Arms can be overhead. If that feels like too big of a back bend, bring your arms down beside you. Follow your breath. Let the back bend come in. Five more breaths, letting the exhale be deep and long. If you have tension or frustration, really let it go out through the exhale. Maybe sound helps it to release. One leg at a time, start to straighten it out. Other leg follows, and just shaking the feet and the legs medial to lateral. See if you can feel all the bones in the leg. Stretch your arms overhead as you shake your legs. And then sweep your arms down, bring your palms to the earth. We're going to slowly press up to seated. Just move the bolster to the side and come back to lying down. When you come back to lying down, knees bend. That right heel is going to come up and rest atop the left knee. And reach down, press your right knee away. Gather that left knee, bring it towards the chest, and you can either grab the knee or you can wrap around the back of the leg, but just try to invite that left knee in while the right hip releases. Long, deep breathing, figure four. Slow to release, left foot back to the mat. Cross the right knee over top of the left, like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair, and then let both legs fall to the left. Hold the legs in place with the left hand. Take your gaze to the right. Invite that twist, soften in. Slow, unwind the crossed legs. Release them. Right foot to the ground. Readjust your back and your spine if that means rocking a little. Then take your left heel on top of your right knee. You can move it as close to the right hip as you like. Left fingers reach down and press the left leg away from you. Beautiful. Start to guide the right knee in. You can grab hold of the knee, the back of the leg, wherever you can get it. If you need a strap, you can grab a strap and wrap it around your right leg and hold it in. We just have a couple breaths. Let the left hip release. Right foot lowers. Left leg crosses deeper over the right. And then both legs fall to the right. Letting everything go. Letting the left arm extend and reach out. Feel the twist in your body. Let the gaze follow the left arm if that's comfortable. Very gently, all of it unwind. Take it back to center. Let your legs go long. Let your arms be at the sides of your body and just wiggle your fingers. Shake the legs. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Bring arms overhead, pinkies tap down, and then bring them all the way so the thumbs tap the navel or the pelvis. So palms are pointing away from the body. We're pressing through the hands, pressing through the wrists. Super slow movements, moving the arms up and down. Just clearing the lymph. Tracking that whole zone. Last round. And release. As you find your Shavasana, if you want your legs elevated onto your bolster, if you have any low back pain, sometimes that is super helpful to elevate the knees, letting those knees rest. You can also just lay flat. It's up to you. We have a nice long extended Shavasana, so get comfortable. Let your heart soften, let your eyes soften, let your cheeks soften, and everything in your body release. Do your best to remain quiet and calm without thinking or planning. Become soft in your whole vessel. Start to relax the skull. You can feel the bones of the skull softening, the joints of the skull, the suture lines of the bones in the skull relax. Let the cheeks and the eyes and the mouth relax. Let your shoulders and your heart and your ribs in your chest relax. Feel the organs inside of your torso, your liver, gallbladder, spleen, intestines, kidneys, adrenal glands, sex organs, all relax. Feel the pelvis, the bones of the hips, the sacrum, the femur bones, the upper legs, the knees relax. Feel the shins and the bones of the lower legs relax. Top and the bottom of your feet relax. All 10 toes relax. The palms of your hands, your fingers, your forearms, your upper arms, all relax. Everything relaxes. Just remaining soft and quiet, allowing the body to rest while you fall into a meditative state. No thinking, no planning, just rest. Dharti He Akashe Guru Ram Das He Dharti He Akashe Guru Ram Das He Dharti He Akashe Guru Ram Das Hai Dharti Hai Akash Hai Guru Ram Das Hai Dharti Hai Akash Hai Guru Ram Das Hai Dharti Hai Akash Hai Guru Ram Das Hai. And slowly start to come out of your Shavasana. Invite your breath into your body. Invite a big exhale. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to roll onto one side when you feel ready. Pressing up to seated, where we began our class today. This Moonday Yin Yoga. Hopefully you feel a little more relaxed and centered in your being, in your vessel. Take your hands to your heart space. Start to bow, honoring each other, honoring the practice, honoring the light that is within all of us. Namaste. Thank you for practicing. I will see you on Friday morning for the morning flow practice. Blessed evening.